morning and welcome to Roslyn Hill Children's Chapel online, Roslyn Hill Unitarian Church, Hampstead. I'm going to light the chalice candle for us, so if you have a candle with your family, please light it now. We are the chapel of the open minds, the loving hearts, and of course the helping hands. If you have a candle and you light it with your family and you'd like to take some reflection time, do press the pause to reflect button on the screen and take some time to share your joys and concerns this week, especially after last week's video, which was all about Black Lives Matters and something happened in our town. Now this week, it's our final week of thinking about renewal, and this is to do with renewal of ourselves and thinking about the uniqueness of ourselves. Now, hopefully you've got your hands, your helping hands, and you've got your finger. And if you just have a look at your finger, you'll see some patterns, some lines on it. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever had mucky hands from the garden or from paint, and you go and put them on something fresh, you make a mark, and that mark is called your fingerprint. So usually we think about them when we hear them on the news and they caught the criminal because they found their fingerprints on something. But what's beautiful about fingerprints is that we all have unique fingerprints. Just like the snowflakes, I can't believe it, but we're all got different prints, completely different patterns on our fingers. There's no one else in the world who has the same fingerprint as you. Pew! I think that's amazing and something we should celebrate. The reason you get these marks on your fingers is because when you're in your mummy's tummies, as a baby growing, there's some special fluid around you called amniotic fluid, and it helps support you when you're in your mummy's tummy and make sure you're all safe there. And that fluid whirls around your body, including your hands as they start to form. And when you grow, the fluid and the watery fluid around you makes these special swirls. And you can't really see, I don't know if I can get it in focus, my fingerprint, but if you have a look at yours, you'll see those kind of whirly, swirly, spirally shapes, and that is from the time that you spent growing in your mummy's tummy. Wow, isn't that amazing? So to celebrate this uniqueness of ourselves, I have a lovely story called Lizard's Song. How did we get from fingerprints to lizards? It's making me think of geckos and their sticky fingers. And it's a lovely story about finding your own song and renewing your sense of self. So let's share the story. There was a lizard who lived on a rock. He was very happy living on his rock, and all day long Lizard would sing, "Zole, zole, zole, rock is my home. Zole, 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 rock is my home." One day a bear saw him sitting on the rock and heard him singing. She wondered why the lizard was so happy. So she asked him, "Why are you so happy?" And the lizard said that he was happy because he was at home and the rock was a great place to live. "Oh," said Bear, and she went back to her home and thought, I wish I knew that song so I could be as happy as the lizard. The next day, Bear went back to Lizard's rock. She asked Lizard to teach her the song, and Lizard said he would be very happy to teach it to her, and he sung, "Zole, zole, zole, rock is my home." You can join in too. "Zole, zole, zole, rock is my home." And that made Bear feel good again. And she went home. But on the way home, she forgot the song. So the next day she went back to Lizard again and asked him if he would teach her the song again. And Lizard said he would be very happy to teach the song again. That was very patient and kind of him. And he sang, Zole, 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 rock is my home. Zole, 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 rock is my home. And again, the bear went home, and again, she forgot the song. Oh dear. So she went back to Lizard one more time. And this time Lizard was asleep on his warm rock in the sunshine. What could Bear do? She decided to pick up Lizard and put him in a bag. I wasn't expecting that. Then she could take Lizard to her home. And after his nap, he could teach Bear his song. And on the way, Lizard woke up. Can you imagine that? Gosh, I don't know if that's very kind of Bear, but she's obviously very keen. And he woke up and he did not know where he was. And he knew he wasn't at home on his rock. He was somewhere else. And he was very scared, bless him. He didn't know what to do. So he decided to sing his song so he wouldn't be frightened. And that's a lovely thing to do, isn't it? So he sang in the bag, Zole, 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 rock is my home. Zole, 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 rock is my home. And when Bear got home, she opened the bag. Where are we? Asked Lizard. Well, this is my home, said Bear. Oh, I am sorry if I scared you when I brought you here. She suddenly realised that she'd made a mistake and that Lizard was a bit scared. So she said, I'm sorry if I scared you. Now Lizard saw that Bear didn't live on a rock. Now he understood why Bear couldn't learn his song. He told Bear that she couldn't learn the song because she didn't live on a rock. She lived somewhere different. At first, Bear was disappointed. But, Lizard said, I can make you a song that you can learn and remember. And he sang a special song for Bear. Zole, 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 den is my home. Zole, 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 den is my home. Now Bear learned that song very easily and she was very happy. I love that story. What do you think of that story? I should also say that that story was by Nancy Meshkoff and it's called Lizard's Song. What do you think of Lizard's Song by Nancy Meshkoff? Wow! At first, Bear was a bit disappointed that he couldn't remember the song. But maybe that's because Bear was singing Lizard's Song and Bear needed to find the song for Bear. One that was right for Bear. It's right for us. We're all unique. We all have a song inside of us. Sometimes we need to give ourselves time and adventures to learn what that song is because these things can't always be rushed, and it came to Bear, didn't it, in the end? What do you think? What would your song be if you had a song? Zole, 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 is your home or is my home? What would your word be? It might be the place that you live. It might be, you might have a special word for your home that's not a home. I don't know. You could add something. So, Zole, 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 Finchley Road is my home. Or Zole, 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 the garden is my home. Oh, I felt like that in the summer. I'm just being silly now. But you could have a little think. What word would I choose? I love So we're going to do a craft now using our fingerprints and what makes us unique. So I will tell you what you need to do that, and we can have some fun time making some prints together. So for this week's crafts, you just need some paper, so some regular A4 paper or any kind of scrap paper, anything you like, and also either some paints or some felt tips or any paint at all that you like, or watercolor paint, acrylic paint, anything that you can make your fingerprint with. If you happen to have an ink pad and you want to use that, then that is even more fantastic, but you don't have to. It could even be like an HB pencil, so that you can just scribble the graphite or the pencil on a page and then press your finger. So you just need something that you're happy to wear an old t-shirt so you don't get anything on your clothes, but anything you can just pick up some pigment with. So I do actually have an ink pad, so that's good, and if you have something like that, then that's perfect. But if you don't, as I say, just some regular paint that you can wash off after easily. So so I hope you've had a good think about fingerprints with your family. And what I'd like to do is make some different patterns. So I've drawn out, and I hope your one of your family members could do the same. If I hold that up to the screen, you can see the kind of things that I've drawn on there. So I'd like to use a fingerprint to make this little guy's body. I'd also like to use these shapes. Can you guess what they're going to turn into? Into little birds. I've just done some simple yellow dots with a felt tip pen, and I thought we could make some different coloured flowers. You could also make a long stemmed flower, make some petals up the side with fingerprints, and last but by no means least, you can make a lovely set of moths that are attracted to your lovely candle that you might still have with your family. So I've drawn the little bodies there. If someone could draw something like that for you, then you can get ready to make their wings with your fingerprints. What do you think? I hope you like that. So let me hold them up and you can press pause. So this is the first one. If someone wants to draw that out for you. And then this is the second one, and you can press pause, and I'll press pause too, and I'll show you the fingerprint design that I've done. Let's see how we get on. You can choose any colour, so I'm just going to put it here, but I guess you've already pressed pause, so let's crack on. Well, I hope you had fun with yours. I've got very mucky hands now, but in a good way. And here's what I did. So I've got a person with a little blue fingerprint body. Can you see him there? And did you guess the little birds there? What colour did you make yours? I've done mine orange, although I've never seen a bird with an orange body and a purple beak, but you know. And I've got a lovely long beautiful flower with purpley pinky petals, and a group of lovely red flowers there, all made with my fingerprints. And this one, where is it? Which one was it? I experimented with using different size fingers, so you might want to try that. So your little finger might give a different size and shape, obviously, and a different pattern as well. You can have a look at the different patterns that you've made there. I haven't done my moth one yet. And then I started doing a little rainbow. And I also love the fact that if you do a big splodge with one, and then you do another one and another one, you end up with more and more detail. after the third or four, you get to see more of the pattern of your fingerprint. And then I just went to see how far along until it disappeared. Sort of makes a bit of a caterpillar shape perhaps. So you could make the very hungry caterpillar if you'd like. But just experiment with so if you count 1, 2, 3, the third one might give you the best imprint. And I'm just going to do my moth one around the chalice. Hold on. There, they look much jollier now they've got wings. They're loving the light. Hopefully not flying too close, but they're drawn to the light, aren't they? There, the little moths. We can make some butterflies in a different picture. Maybe the very hungry caterpillar could turn into a fingerprint butterfly perhaps. What do you think? So yeah, have fun, enjoy. Have a little experiment. I'm sure there's many build-up of images that you can make, and do feel free to share them with me. And maybe each time you do it, have a little talk with your family about, you know, what makes you unique. Perhaps you love to do a certain exercise, or you like a certain colour or certain foods. Have a chat about what makes you you, and all the things you enjoy, and the things you'd like to try, and the things you have done this year. And I'm sure between the families you'll find lots of things that make all of us all unique. Well, I hope you enjoyed the craft, and now I will finish with the closing words. As we leave this friendly place, love give light to every face. May the kindness that we learn light our hearts until we return. Have a lovely, unique week. I hope your lovely, unique fingertips get lots of lovely things to do and learn and have lots of fun. See you next week.